Lease. Yeah, yeah. 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 Like it or love it is the.
Good evening, drivers. You've heard the word predatory a lot here lately. Usually it's used by people in Washington to describe anyone that they don't like. But in the world of American trucking, the literal backbone of our entire economy, the word predatory actually has a very specific and very ugly meaning. But here's the thing. Most drivers don't actually know that they're being preyed upon until it's far too late. They don't realize they've been caught in a trap until they're sitting in a truck stop in the middle of the night looking at a settlement check for $900, $800, $500. Many of them have even had 10 and 20. How does that happen? In the freest country on earth, it happens because of something that I call the closed loop. It's a mathematical cage designed to strip you of your dignity, your savings, and your time. And tonight, we're going to show you exactly how the ruling class of the trucking industry is cashing in on your hard work while you pay for the privilege of moving their freight. It starts with the marketing, and it's beautiful marketing, isn't it? You see the ads in the magazines, a brand new sparkling 2026 rig, the chrome shining, the driver looks happy, he looks free. It's the apple pie dream. It's the promise that in America, if you work hard enough, you can own the tools of your trade. So you call the recruiter. Now these people, and let's be honest, they're some of the most talented liars in professional life. They tell you exactly what you want to hear. You'll make $3,000 a week easy. They say you're on your way to ownership. They make a lot of promises. But ask them for a fact. Ask them to see a real settlement from a real driver. Watch what happens. You see those smiles disappears. Those subjects change. They aren't selling you a business opportunity. What they're doing is selling you an emotion. They prey on the man who wants to provide for his family, and they use the lure of a shiny new truck to distract you from the nightmare written in the fine print of that lease. By the time you realize the guaranteed money was a mirage, you've already signed the papers, and now you're in. But see, this is what a lot of you don't understand. It gets darker. You've seen the flags outside these massive carrier headquarters. We hire veterans. The signs are screaming. It feels patriotic. It feels right. But is it? Inside those glass office buildings, they aren't looking at your service record with pride. Many of them are looking at what is called the WOTC, the Work Opportunity Tax Credit. To these burn and turn outfits, a veteran isn't a hero who defended the Republic. They are a veteran is a tax credit worth up to $9,600. Think about that. Think about this. The government gives these companies a massive subsidy to hire you. Do they pass that savings on to you? Of course not. They charge you for your own drug test. They pay you for your flight to orientation. They charge you for the hotel room that they are getting paid by the taxpayers to hire you. And then they make you pay for the privilege of being hired. They aren't investing in your career. They're harvesting your status for a check from the IRS. And the moment that credit is cashed, they're perfectly happy to watch you fail. And is it illegal? No, that's the shame. Now, let's look at the engine of a lot of these scams, the closed loop. In a normal country, an owner-operator is a business owner. You pick your loads, you pick your mechanic, you pick your lanes, you choose where you're going to go. But in this twisted system, the company owns everything. They own the brokerage that sets the rates. meaning they can hide the real profit before you ever see it. They own the carrier that dispatches you. And they own the leasing company that holds the title to your truck. But there's a hidden layer to this cage: the escrow accounts and maintenance accounts. Have you looked at your statement? They're taking your hard-earned money and shoving it into a dozen different accounts: maintenance escrow, tire escrow, security deposits. They tell you it's for your own good. We're helping you save. And they'll tell you this with a straight face, right to yours. But try to get that money back. Just try and see what happens. If you leave the company, or if they decide to stop giving you the miles, that money disappears. They'll invent a scratch on the fender or a reconditioning fee that miraculously equals every penny you've saved. They're holding your money interest free to run their business. And if you try to walk away, they keep the money ransom. You don't own a business. You're a renter who's being forced to pay the landlord's mortgage. They tell you that you have the freedom of the open road. It's a lie. Try turning down a bad load when they own the brokerage. See how many miles you get next week. In a closed loop, you pay for everything. You pay for the fuel, you pay for the reefer, you pay for the insurance, and you pay into their escrow accounts. They take the profit, you take every single bit of the risk. This burn and churn model isn't an accident. It's the business plan. They know most drivers will wash out in 9 months. They expect it. Because by then, they've collected the tax credit, they've collected your lease payments, and they've kept your escrow money. Then they just detail the truck and wait for the next guy who believes the apple pie story. It's a cycle of exploitation, and it's happening every day on America's highways. So, what's the lesson here? The lesson is that if a company owns the freight, the truck, the shop, the leasing company, and they're holding your savings in an account that you can't touch, you aren't a boss. You are a servant in a high-tech cage. Don't let Big Rig Nation be a nation of victims. If they're charging you for orientation while cashing a tax credit on your head, run the other way. Stop listening to the recruiter's bedtime stories and start looking at the escrow balances. In the end, the only person looking out for the American driver is the driver himself. Know the math, watch the settlements, and for God's sakes, please, don't get caught in the loop.
Like it or love it, it's double or nothing. You ain't getting money, then you bugging. Damn fat, you know I'ma hug it. Lows by the truck.